Take your dealership to the next level with over 6,800 on-air interviews with dealer and industry leaders. CBT News, dealers' most trusted source for news, content, and analysis. Welcome to CBT News with Cheyenne Malone.
Good Friday to you. I'm Cheyenne Malone. Welcome back to CBT News. Let's get you started with today's top headlines.
In April 2024, U.S. EV registrations surged, led by Ford, Rivian, and Toyota, due to significant price cuts and incentives. According to S&P Global Mobility data, EV registrations rose 14% year over year, with roughly 102,000 electric cars registered, making up 7.4% of total lightweight vehicle registrations. This growth outpaced the overall light vehicle market's 7.3% increase. Toyota's BZ4X saw the highest growth with a 646% increase in registrations, while Ford's Mustang Mach-E and F-150 Lightning also posted strong gains. Despite the overall market growth, Tesla's registrations fell, with the Model Y and Model 3 seeing declines. The National Labor Relations Board has accused Honda of violating workers' rights at its Greensburg, Indiana factory by suppressing union organizing efforts. The complaint, issued by the NLRB's General Counsel, alleged that Honda forced employees to remove United Auto Workers stickers from their helmets, surveyed workers unlawfully, and threatened union supporters with discipline. The complaint, if unresolved, will lead to a hearing in October. Honda disputes the claims, stating they lack merit and are a common union tactic to gain publicity. This accusation is part of the UAW's broader effort to unionize auto plant workers across the U.S. Toyota has announced a safety recall for approximately 145,000 model year 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander and Lexus TX vehicles in the U.S. due to a potential issue with the driver's side curtain shield airbag. The airbag may not deploy correctly during certain crashes if the driver's window is rolled down, failing to meet federal safety standards and increasing the risk of injury. Toyota is working on a solution and plans to notify affected customers by mid-August 2024. For more information, customers can visit Toyota's recall website or contact Toyota or Lexus customer support centers. North America's EV battery manufacturing capacity is set to surge, with Argonne National Laboratory forecasting over 1,200 gigawatt hours annually by 2030, a 20% increase from last year's projection. Currently, at 300 gigawatt hours, this growth could support up to 15 million new electric vehicles. In 2023, U.S. electric car sales topped 1.1 million, suggesting a potential market expansion. The U.S. Department of Energy notes most battery investments will be in the Midwest and Southeast near vehicle assembly plants to minimize shipping costs. However, these plants may adjust based on EV demand and investment returns. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Jay Baer, Hall of Fame keynote speaker, entrepreneur, business growth, and customer experience advisor, to discuss why personal connection is vital to enhancing sales.
Hey everyone, it's Cheyenne Malone with CBT News. Wait until you see my interview with Janelle Ross, the president of Bob Ross Auto Group. We talked about her journey in the car business and what she believes is key to her success as a woman in this incredible industry. You won't want to miss it. Click the link right below to watch it right now. And thanks for watching CBT News. As always, the #1 source for auto industry news, content, interviews, and analysis. When you want to get people to act on something, obviously knowing that why portion is important, what kind of drives them to the result you want?
You would hope that it is some sort of sense of duty or societal obligation, or let's do it because it's for the good of the team or the good of the community or the good of the world. But much data has been expended on this point, and most people do not act in the interest of the greater good very often. They act in interest of their own good. And look, that's human nature. I'm not saying that everybody's selfish out there, but I think we can probably agree that most people act based on their own self-interest. And so you have to tie it back to what's in it for them personally. And I'll tell you the example that I saw recently, just in the wild, and I documented it in my newsletter, The Bare Facts. I fly every week to give presentations at some conference or another. And I was on a United flight out to San Francisco. And I went to the restroom, which is in and of itself unusual because I pride myself on not ever using airplane restrooms. Like, I'm window seat all the way and I will hold it across the Atlantic. But this is just one of those deals. I was like, I got to do it. So I go to the restroom and I, open the lid, and it says, it has like a, do not do this. Like, don't put paper into the toilet. Right. And it says, trash it, don't flush it. I'm like, okay, like, yes. But then here's the key. It says underneath that, clogged toilets delay flights.
Ooh.
Clogged toilets delay flights. Like, just telling me, hey, put it in the trash, not the toilet. I'm like, yeah. But I'm like, wait, delayed flights? I don't want my flight to be delayed. I've got to make a connection. So all of a sudden, with just a 4-word secondary clause, they've made the entire scenario about me, not about the plane, not about the airline, not about everybody else. And it was such a beautifully simple piece of communication. And it really does, I think, demonstrate the power of when you're trying to persuade, you've got to make it personal.
Well, that does it for us today. But remember, it is easy to stay up to date with the most recent news and trends influencing the retail automotive industry. All you have to do is follow us. We're on TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, and X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm Cheyenne Malone. Thanks so much for watching.
CBT News, your #1 resource for auto industry news and content.